you made a commitment when we met that you're going to do everything you can to enact President Trump's agenda, standing with our allies, including Israel, and bringing peace back through strength. So as we talked about, I represent Florida, got a big Jewish population, very pro-Israel population in my state. After 4 years of President Biden's complete abandonment of Israel and appeasement of dangerous regimes in Iran, China, and more, I thank God we have President Trump back in the White House, the most pro-Israel president in our nation's history. President Trump has already made clear that as long as he is president, Iran will never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. And I've been encouraged by the decisive actions he's taken so far to restore maximum pressure on Iran. I've heard concerns, as you know, from my constituents. So can you talk about your previous comments on Iran and your commitment to supporting Israel and supporting the president's agenda?
Sure. Thank you very much, Senator. As you said, I'm honored to be nominated by President Trump. I would be honored to serve in his administration if confirmed. I believe he has the right America First, peace through strength perspective. He's an excellent negotiator, and I think he's putting together a great team. And if confirmed, I'd be honored to serve among them. I believe I have a very strong record, more than strong, airtight, a record on support for Israel, which I've referred to as a model ally. I think it's a key interest of the United States, and its security has been obviously taken a huge body blow as a result of the Hamas attacks and the concurrent attacks or subsequent attacks from Iran and its proxies and so forth. And I've publicly stood with Israel. I believe it's important to have the memorandum of understanding and so forth, that we stand behind Israel not only politically but financially and with wherever possible and as part of our overall strategy, militarily and so forth. On the issue of Iran, I've made clear that my personal position, as Senator Sullivan rightly underlines, is that Iran should not have a nuclear weapon. We should deny Iran to have a nuclear weapon, and that if confirmed, it would be my personal responsibility, and my duty, to present the president with very good, plausible options that are credible options that are consistent, I should stress, with the president's overall approach, of course, which is to try to have a trust but verify negotiated agreement or something like it. But you got to have the hammer there available. What I would say, Senator, and I was discussing with Senator Sullivan a little bit, is the way that I would look at the overall kind of arc of my thinking, if you'll permit me, is to say really the thrust of my thinking and advocacy over the years and my strategic approach has been, we got to get the ends, ways, and means together. We got to have something close. I think what President Trump is talking about, very similar, we were talking about President Reagan, to the Weinberger Doctrine. Say, if you're going to, you need to be strong to get peace. But if we're going to put American forces into action, we're going to have a clear goal. It's going to have an exit strategy that's plausible. That doesn't mean inaction, but that's the kind of thing. And a lot of my advocacy and commentary, especially as a kind of public intellectual, if you will, was pushing back against a lot of people who, frankly, I would say were quite cavalier about the employment of military force. And I think, to your point, Senator, with President Trump's leadership, with the Vice President, with Secretary of Defense Hegseth, we have a team that understands strength for sure, that understands the role of negotiation, but also understands that it's important, the downside risks of the use of military force and the importance of not being cavalier about it, employing our men and women in uniform.